I'm Julian Seiferth here with the Sports Crew to discuss NBA's midseason MVP. Jordan?
Well, it's obviously Kevin Durant. He's a great player look at the players he got around him. I mean, he's the best player on that team, and I don't think they could win without him.
True.
Wow. Okay. Look at here. The MVP. People have a different definition of the MVP. It could either be the best player on the best team or the player who's the most important to his team. Right now, Kevin Durant is the most important player on his team. However, he's playing with this knucklehead named Russell Westbrook right now. Kevin Durant could go down as one of the most prolific scorers in this league. However, he's playing on a team where he doesn't even take the most shots. That's not MVP. An MVP is a leader. Someone who makes everyone else around him better while still being the best player on the team. So, my midseason MVP is a little guy from Akron named LeBron Ramon James. Clearly, he's having the best stretch of basketball that we have ever seen over the last year. Gold medal, NBA ring, Finals MVP, League MVP. How can you bet against LeBron James right now?
Because look at the players he has around him. I mean, he's got Chalmers, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Shane Battier. They could win without LeBron James.
Is the MVP not an individual award?
It is.
Has he not gone on a historic stretch that only two others whose last names are Russell and Chamberlain been on before?
But it's who is most valuable to their team.
No. If it was the most valuable to your team player, it would be the MVTP. It is the MVP. LeBron James is the most dominating force in professional sports right now, let alone the NBA.
That is true, but I want to hit on your point about being important to your team, and clearly the most important person to their team is Tony Parker. Tony Parker has to be this year's midseason MVP.
There's no way. They win without him.
He's averaging 21
points.
They take out Tony Parker.
7 assists a team. But you have to realize, two of the biggest stars on the Spurs, and with Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan, they have missed over 20 games this season, and still the Spurs have the best record in the NBA.
Okay, first of all, I'll go here. The Spurs play in the Western Conference, okay? Right. They are not a dominating team. They are simply the best team in a mediocre conference, a conference where one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history is on the team where he doesn't take the most shots, a conference with the L.A. Lakers in it right now, a conference with the L.A. Clippers who play 11 or 12 players a night. They have 3 point guards on a carousel, and still they just went on a 6-game skid right before the All-Star break. The Grizzlies, who are playing very inconsistently right now. Look, Tony Parker, he can ball, okay? He can play ball. But LeBron James right now is going on the most historic run that we have ever seen in the NBA. How can you bet against that? And going back to Jordan.
Just like Jordan said,
going back to Jordan. He has a supporting cast, but guess what? Kobe, as I remember a few years ago, won the MVP award, and they were a pretty mediocre team that year. It's about who's the best in the game, not who's the best team. Ever since the guys got together in South Beach, people feel like they should be robbed of individual awards because 3 All-Stars are on the same team. Nobody was talking that when Magic, Worthy, and Scott were on the same team. Right now, LeBron is the best player in the world, let alone the NBA.
Anybody else?
I think Christopher has just summed it up for everyone. Even though I agreed with you on the Tony Parker thing, he doesn't agree.
No Chris Paul?
Because, like Jordan said, he has Wade, he has Bosh, he has LeBron. That's a team. That's all together. They're all boosting each other up. Tony Parker has been carrying the team.
Well, there is an award. There is an award given at the end of the year to the best team in the NBA. You know what the name of it?
The champion.
It's called the NBA championship.
Okay,
Next subject,
we get
Julie.
it.
Next subject, Julie.
Next subject is Dwight Howard midseason game. How has he been doing?
I'll start this off. Since everyone on the panel is probably a Dwight hater, Dwight has been doing a really good job. With his injuries of his back being injured off of surgery from May and him having an injured shoulder, he's still been putting up the points this season.
Don't play. If that's going to if he's not going to be able to play 100%,
But
don't
do
be
you
on
see
the
Paul
court.
Gasol stepping up to the plate any better than Dwight Howard is?
Maybe if he could get some minutes with that offense that D'Antoni's trying to run.
And then D'Antoni is not a coach that's good with centers. So Howard has to work with what he's going to work with. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying that Dwight Howard is the best center in the NBA.
Thank you.
He's one of the last true centers. I think him and Marc Gasol are the last of a dying breed. With that being said,
if Bonham wasn't such a crybaby, Bonham would be a top.
that's a completely other discussion.
I just wanted
But
to interject that.
jacking up threes, no deal. But look at here. Dwight Howard is a 27-year-old man. He's a father. He was the team captain down in Orlando. He is a grown man. Nobody can make him play if he doesn't want to play. Unlike NFL contracts, NBA contracts are completely guaranteed. If I'm coming off back surgery and I can't play, why in Sam Hill would I get up and try to play just to look like I'm giving some type of workman type effort? He's not playing through being hurt. He's playing through an injury. There's a big difference between being hurt and being injured. Right now, Dwight Howard came into this season being hurt. He wasn't supposed to come back until Christmas. Okay?
Granted, but he felt the pressure of the city. He felt the pressure because of the trade. It was a 3-team, 12-player trade to get this one man to L.A.
How many games has Andrew Bynum played this season with his injury? Not one. Okay? If he cared about his team, if he cared about his city, he would have waited until he came back from being hurt and then play. Derrick Rose could have started playing 2 weeks ago if he wanted to, but it wouldn't be in the best interest of the team. Why is Dwight Howard letting another grown man, Kobe Bean Bryant, send him out and intimidate him and hurt his feelings in the media into playing? Yes, Kobe's played through being hurt, but injuries, he doesn't play through those. Oh, my finger's hurting. He doesn't have the right to call out another man like that. And Dwight is just basically feeding right into the trap and playing. And from that, he's hurting his team. He's looking like a big baby. And everyone is pointing the fingers at everyone else. No, I don't think Kobe should have went out in the media and said that we can't wait for Dwight to play. But it's Dwight's fault.
So much of the fact that Kobe was pushing him to play. I think he was just saying if he is able to, then he should be able to.
But at what expense? The expense of the team? A team that on paper has just as much or even more star power than the Miami Heat?
I'd say they'd have more. I mean, Dwight Howard just needs to find somewhere where he'll be comfortable. He needs to be the number one star on the team pretty much. I'll agree with Chris. He is the best center in the league, and he just needs to find somewhere where he'll be comfortable and he can play his game.
Well,
Because
eventually,
obviously
he will be
Los
comfortable
Angeles
in
is
LA.
not
I will
that
say
city.
with this though, we seen a glimpse last night because I disagree with Mike D'Antoni becoming the Lakers head coach after Mike Brown.
Oh, it's just a bust thing.
It was just a bust. But also, you look at it with the success that Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire had with the pick and roll offense. If they applied that with Nash and Dwight Howard, that could be one of the most dominating duos in the game.
But
we seen a glimpse of that last night.
There's a guy named Kobe Bryant on the team.
True enough.
And he'll be gone in 2 years when he retires.
Kobe is
They're
going
building
to
the
try
franchise
and
around
play
Dwight.
right into his 40s, okay? Kobe's not
He'll
going
be
to
gone
give
in
up
2
this
years.
league that quickly.
He'll be gone.
He's just like Michael Jordan. Michael, at 50,
He still wants to
if
play,
he could,
yes.
he would come back. Kobe is going to be a Laker until he can't walk anymore. So I think that the best career choice for Mr. Howard would be to get a one-way ticket to Brooklyn, Houston, or Dallas and get out of L.A. Well, friends, that's all we have for you guys today. Now remember, NSEN may come to an end, but sports never do. I'm Chris Townsend.
And I'm Kiaya Carmona. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on National Sports Entertainment News.